Out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
On second down, Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
36. 11.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Breeze to throw on second down. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Easy. Ready? 90. Here we go. 21.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good. And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. A first down carry by Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set. 21. 0-2.
Brees now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brees. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
36. Hey, kill.
Now Brees on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
He's going to air one out. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 65 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. A first down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Okafor in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
2nd down, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here the 32. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They run it again with Kamara. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now this time, Breeze will throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lutz puts this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now Prescott. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that is contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Finds his man, Watson over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Get set, get set, get set. Easy. Under. 21. Ready, let's go.
On second down, here's Breeze. Over the middle, complete. That's Watson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
21. Ready, let's go.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And Gaines got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They find some open field here. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Again, it's Kamara. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He can run for it, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Saints add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Elliott. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And the Saints signal for another timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The final shot before half for Breeze. The left side complete. It's Carr, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
it certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a pitch out to Kamara. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to Meredith. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. Now a play fake here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Kill.
On first down, Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Breeze. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. To throw is Breeze. Quick hitch, complete. It's Carr. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On play action, it's Breeze. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and that takes us from second to third down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's second down. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the... And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Malik Collins continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Ready? We're waiting. Ready, like that.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'm a bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. In the ski mask in case you come for me. Got it in the ski mask in case you come for me. When I say I got beef, they don't want no beef. When they say they got beef, they don't want to eat. If you said they want, they don't want no steam. She put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling. Fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo this flop. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the block on the app.
Money in company, no, baby. I don't need no the company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck and it's froze. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. Bad company, little bro. You can't hang here. Getting money, so the keep on coming. Phone ringing, so you know the jumping. They looking at me. He owe me some money. Hit him with the not the crumping. Whitey playing games. They don't want no problems with me. Got good. You know I brought them. Might not hit a bad. Someone send them. Well, opposition, they move wrong. So I
Dark shades, too much. Got the belly see the acting brand new like I don't see it when I do. Who them folks? Who want too close? Give me room, phony folks. Play it close, do the most, don't they? Bad company, that's bad for your company. Bad company, that's bad for your company. Mad cow disease, now you in a ton of beef. Tucked underneath my new blue Dunkaroos. Flintstone, bust down, color Murakami. Fruity Pebble, Basil, Wilma, Betty, Fred, and Barney. Bad from out of town, I think she model Abercrombie. Wrist game, Lucky Charmy, told my jeweler leprechaun me. I'ma come clean, I got beef. Paranoia got me rolling in my sleeves, okay. Hating cause I'm upping up the fees. Whole team got beats on their teeth all day. I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'm above average.
Hey, this that Eastside Johnny Big Redemption like. Know what I'm talking about? Hold up. Whoa. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win. Curve everything else. Win. These ops ain't win. Start chasing that. Win. Big J Rock go on 10. Exit at 4. Bring friends. Matt Black 2 go. Jump in. You might wanna keep score. I win. Forearm tattoos. That's squad. All of them go. Don't try. I walk in room. They eyes wide. Third album come soon. I'm glad y'all gon' die. I ain't chasing after no. I got bigger plans than staying rich. I been tapped in since I was 6. I tap dance all on them. And your diamonds like tap water. That drip way too foggy. These VVS is way awesome. Park CLS for drop to your death without warning. Get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win. Curve everything else. Win. These ops ain't win. Start chasing that. tell real about who you're running with. I'm all in the field, duck hunt. Hit my just and he was like, boop.
Here.
Knew just what it was, the whole and gave it back, boop.
Yeah.
9/11, no malice, baby. But no violence, baby. My got callous, baby. My bare knuckles got talent, baby. I'm all in the wind with it. On Deuce line, I've been with it. She too fine, I've been crashed 2 times. I limo tinted my new ride. I'm riding with the 12 better not pull me over. Championship going dumb. Nothing to something I won. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah. Get out the way, get out my way, yeah. You either with me or against me, though. You either with me or win. Win, 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 win. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win. These I'm saying. Win, 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 win. Start chasing that. Win, 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 win.
Honorable C notes.
Yeah, yeah.
Buddha
Yeah.
bless the spirit.
Yeah. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the ball now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about post now on the ground. Man, the lead.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, good move. And now he spins free. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now Goff on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
On first down, it's Gurley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now, Sam.
Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Black 99 Philly.
They'll run it again with Miller. And some room to work. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And it's now 3-0 Texans. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't.
Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. After the run, Watson going to throw. Underneath for Miller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And the Rams getting set to go now. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Goff on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's Watson. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Forced out to his left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long. It's Watson. And that is incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On second down, here's Goff. Going up top for Kupp. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now Goff. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. Going up top for Kupp. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Goff now to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. Here we go on fourth. Goff. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for a loss of 5. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Read the line. Read the line. Tiger. Richmond.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Out of the gun, Watson going deep this time for Miller. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Again, it's Miller. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Watson. Aims it complete to Miller. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. He juked him. The final shot before break here. Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Now Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Watson on 3rd down. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Goff again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Wolf. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Try to get it to Woods.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking, must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. So he's got another field goal, his 4th now in the game. He's making it look easy out there.
He certainly is, and they're always aiming for a swing of the leg that repeats under pressure, right? So nothing's different. He's got that right now because confidence is breeding confidence.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Back to throw, Goff. Now he'll escape to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Johnny Hecker now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased if they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the run, Watson going to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Miller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Reset.
On first down, Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Mark Barron in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Maybe a free play for Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Goff. A quick throw here, that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Looking for Woods that time. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael Brockers. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Tiger.
From the gun, here's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Black 99 Philly. Come back. Down. Richmond. Black 22. Black 22.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins from 13 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating.
With the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. On 1st and 10, Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Goff on 1st down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Broken tackle can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're
It's on earth, but it's where I be.